I resolve to remain cheerful and buoyant in life, come what may. This I have to do for myself. No one else can do it for me. Then take an illustration, meditative illustration, a hypothetical illustration. Suppose I find myself lost in a forest, all alone. What would I do? I become alert. There is nobody else to depend upon. The psychological dependence is out because I am all by myself. Therefore, instead of trying to depend upon something or someone outside, I depend upon myself. I guide myself. I become alert to every sound that is there in the forest. And then I will find a way forward. This world and this life is no different. As I live in this world, in this life, I have to rely on myself entirely. Self-reliance. And I have to guide myself. I have to explore or investigate and find myself, my true nature. That is nididhyasanam. I look within, allow the mind to download all of its content. You make it clear to yourself that what we call the mind, which is the thought process, every thought arising from memory, every thought without exception arising from memory. Therefore, mind is memory, which is the past, which is the known. Mind always moves from the known to the known. Whereas the real is the unknown. Therefore, I put the memory, which is the mind, which is the past, which is the known, aside. And I stand all by myself, without a past. As I disregard the memory, I am as if without a past. That itself is an adventure. That I stand without a past. All alone. That is where the spiritual adventure begins. Standing as I am. No superimpositions, no imaginations, no conditioning, because there is no memory. I stand alone. I rely upon myself to discover the truth. I have to discover the truth, the real, in myself. And I have to rely upon myself. Self-reliance. That is the adventure. I am. Without memory, without past, I stand without time. Timeless, I am. Same way, spaceless, I am. As I abide as I am, the very sense of space is absent in the abidance of I am. And hence, I stand spaceless. I am. as I stand as I am, or abide as I am. I am at the very threshold of the real, the truth, in myself. I am spaceless and timeless, and hence birthless and deathless. Amrutoham. I am the immortal, meaning timeless. Timeless is now. I am now. Timeless, immortal. Aham brahmāsmi. And that is love, prema. Love to my true being. Aham brahmāsmi is like fragrance to the flower. Aham brahmāsmi. Relax. Sit at ease and relax. Open the eyes slowly. Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shrutismrutipuranānāmalayam Karunalayam Bhagavatpada Shankaram Lokashankaram Nitya Shuddha Vimuktaikam Akhandanandamadvayam satyaṃ jñānamanantaṃ yat brahmāhameva tat. So yat Brahma satyam jnanam anantam. The Brahma is well known in the Upanishads as satyam jnanam anantam. That is the Vakya Brahma. What is this satyam jnanam anantam? This you have to carefully understand. And Shankara provides beautiful hints. You see, people have to understand, Shankara Bhashyas are not voluminous. They look voluminous because there are so many, 10 Upanishads and Brahma Sutra and Gita, it looks voluminous. But at a given point, it is very brief in itself. It is not voluminous. He doesn't say too many things. Like satyaṃ. He gave a definition for satyaṃ in Chandogya Upanishad. There also satyaṃ comes, Sa Atma tat satyaṃ. Tattvamasi Shvetaketo. That is how it comes. The Aitadatmiyamidagum sarvam sa Atma tat satyam tattvamasi Shvetaketo. So, tat satyam. So, that is satyam. Satyam is the truth. Then, what is the satyam? We say truth, truth. Satyam, satyam. What is satyam? So Shankara, if you see Bhashya, there he used the definition. The most beautiful definition. Yat sat tat satyam. That is the definition. See, only one time he gives. Tattvamasi comes 9 times. But definition doesn't come 9 times, only one time. Purvavat, second time onwards, Purvavat, like earlier. One time he says. So that is 617, something like that. In that mantra, 7th mantra or whatever, 647 maybe. 6th adhyaya, 4th khanda, 7th mantra. There he says one time. So it is the beauty of the truth. I am saying it in my words. It is the beauty of the truth that it is what is. You have to understand that way. It is what is. So, what is you have to find. Not what you call, what you see, what you imagine, not that. So you have to find out what is. That's why they give examples. There is pot and clay. Between the two, you have to choose between the two. So, suppose I ask you to choose what is. So which one you will choose? You have to think about it. Because when you touch the pot, that is what you say, but you touch the clay. And when you smell the pot, I ask you, you are all very senior people, you tell me, when you smell it, smell the blessed thing, do you smell pot or do you smell clay? You smell clay. In India, we put tea in the pot and drink. In railway stations also, sometimes they sell tea in pot. Very good thing. You can drink the tea and throw. It will merge in the clay. It doesn't require recycling and all that. So the pot, he gives in the pot. So tea, 1 rupee. But the tea tastes clay. You have to be prepared for that. So now I ask you, does the tea taste clay or pot? It tastes clay, not pot. Suppose you take weight of it, 100 grams. Now 100 grams, is it the weight of pot or clay? Clay. So if 100 grams is the weight of clay, then what is the weight of pot? 0. What is the weight of pot? 0. So means pot is not a thing. If it is a thing, it must have some weight, Therefore, when you touch, it is clay. Taste, it is clay. You smell. Then do you smell clay or pot? You smell clay. If you have haito, if something is here, then you smell clay. If there is no thing here, suppose there is clay here, then you will smell pot. Yeah, I smell pot. Good. You smell pot, true, because you have clay here. Okay. Therefore, this is what is called, please think about it, ganglinous consciousness. There is a thing called ganglina. Ganglina or ganglia? Ganglia. But then in adjective it is ganglinous. Ganglinous consciousness. So what is ganglinous consciousness? Suppose you open the eyes and so you see all the forms and colors. Right? Suppose all of you please do this experiment. Please close the eyes. All of you closed, right? Now I'll keep closed. Now I am asking you a question, you answer it. Is the light on or off now? How do you now open the eyes? How do you know? How do you know? You have closed the eyes, you know. that is called gangliona. There are cells in the retina, somewhere in the eye. I don't know the entire anatomy of it, very complex it is. There are cells. Of course, the retina rods and cones, they say, they sense the color and the form. That is the rods and cones' job is, they help you to see cones and see forms and colors. Nama Rupa. Okay, Nama comes from the mouth, Rupa. Whereas when you close the eyes, you don't see names and you don't see forms and colors at all. But still you sense something. What is that something? Light in which no forms and colors are there. That is called gangliona. You know what? They gave a Nobel Prize to the gentleman who discovered the gangliona cells. Everybody thought that rods and cones. But this man started thinking, when I close the eyes, you know what happens? If I close the eyes, somebody puts off the light, I know it. And I close the eyes in dark, somebody puts on the light, that also I will know. Means the outer light, you know, only when you close the eyes. Do you understand that? As long as you keep the eyes open, you do not see light, you see only forms and colors. Whereas when you close the eyes, you see light. And now you extend this is physical, eye seeing forms, etc., very physical. Even eyes are physical too. The ganglional cells are also physical, made of flesh, some organic matter. Cell is a cell, you know that. But you have to take it to consciousness, ganglinous consciousness. Means you are looking at pot. That is what people say, whole world says it is pot. Now you are looking at it. Whatever it is, you are looking at it. But you should have an open mind. What is the openness here? This is pot, an ancient pot. Then it is archaeologically valuable pot. If you start like that, that is not called open mind. Yah pashyati sapashyati. The one who has, this is the pot in which my grandfather used to take coffee. This is there in our family since 3 generations. Areyappa, chhod do na. All that you put aside, be open. Suppose I ask you, this I am making a point, therefore I take from one place to another place. It sounds like a digression to me, but it is not a digression. You know, when the Spanish people, they reached the Brazilian coast in ships. So the Columbus, etc., they went there. And then on the coast, inside there is forest, adjoining the coast. And near Sao Paulo or near Rio de Janeiro. So there were tribal people there. The Red Indians or something corresponding to that. The native Brazilians were there in the forest. Very uncivilized tribe. That is how we call them. But they don't call themselves, we are uncivilized tribe. Okay, that is what we call them. Anyway, some kid saw the ships. They call it armada or something, a variety, a number of ships, 10 or 20. Then he went running inside the forest and he went to the hamlet where some families live. And he told them, oh, something is happening there, come. The entire community, men and women, old, young, children, all come running and stand on the beach and see to the ocean. There they see, what they see, you know, what they do not see ships. They see people. Now what do they see then? We don't know that. They see what they see. But ships they do not see. People they see. Why? Because people they know. That's why they see people. Ships they don't know. That's why ships and boats, they just don't know ships and boats. Therefore they don't see ships and boats. Okay? Now you tell me, Tarzan Tarzan, who was born in forest and brought up in the forest, right? You show a pot to him. Will he call it a pot? No. He will examine it and he will call it clay. So to call it a pot, the guy must be very conditioned. Therefore, don't use your conditioned mind to assess what it is. Use your gangliness consciousness. Got it? In which you drop the name and the form. Name will go. Form you drop. Name will go. What it is? So it is clay. This is what the Shruti says. Vacharambhanam. The word pot comes from here. Vacha arabhyate. Iti vacharambhanam. Vacha, Shankara took it as trutiya. Vacha arambhanam. It is not a single word. Vacha arambhanam. So with the word, it is born with the word. So that is how Shankara said. But then born is there, Arabhyate iti arambhanam, born. Arambha is birth. So Anandagiri converted into Panchami. This I say all the time. So vibhakti viparinama. In Vedic mantras, this is always there. The vibhakti is transformed. So from Trutiya you can take it to Panchami. So he makes it Vachaha Arambhanam. The pot is born from your mouth. It is not born from clay. Nothing is born from clay. Clay remains clay. Okay? Then pot born from the mouth. And it is Vikaraha. Shruti doesn't even say pot. Shruti says Vikaraha. Any modification. It could be pot, or it could be a bigger thing, or it could be a lid or a cup, whatever. Any modification, Vikaraha. Vikaraha is a form, a modified form. That is originating from your mouth. Means it's a convention among the people that if this is the shape, I will give this name to this, like that. Out of that convention, it is coming nama, corresponding to a rupa. Vacharambhanam, vikaro namadheyam. Dheyam also everybody knows, but I point out. Matrarthe dheya pratyayaha. Mere, M-E-R-E, in English, mere. It is mere name, namadheyam. Then what is the truth? Clay is the truth. Clay, it is as such, clay as such, ityeva, it is there. It is translated as such. Means what is, that is clay. That is the truth. So it is the beauty of the truth that it is what is, not what you make out of it. So pot is what you make out of it. Clay is what is. An ornament is what you make out of it. But gold is what is. Now come to this world. Examples are okay. Sometimes you cannot teach example also to the people. Very tough. They don't agree. They are conditioned. So till now I have not taught any Vedanta. I have taught only example. Did you notice that? Now I can say, so Sri Guru Jnānamanantaṃ and move away. You see, one Swami came to Kakinada and he gave half an hour lecture, Anugraha Bhashanam. Anugraha Bhashana is always short, 30 minutes, 20 minutes. He gave Anugraha Bhashanam and he gave this pot clay. And 30 minutes is over and he went away. Pot clay and he went away. Then all these people, they come and ask me, what is this pot and clay? Then I told you should ask him. You should hold his collar and ask, what is this pot and clay, sir? That is Vedanta. We talk about pot and clay. Is that Vedanta? He said that this is Vedanta. Oh, Vedanta aisa hota hai. You should not leave at pot and clay. You have to apply it, because apply is difficult. Application is difficult. The illustration is simple, application is difficult. So exactly this way, this entire universe means the multitudinous conglomerate, collection of multiple things. In multiple things, there are many varieties, and within a given variety, there are many members. Like ants, many of them, cows, many of them, buffaloes, many of them, humans, many of them. This is the multifarious world. To separate it, it is called multitudinous and variegated world or universe. That is the universe. Now, they are all names and forms. Now, what is the real? If all this variety and multiplicity is only a collection of names and forms, then what is the real? What is the real you have to see? You should not be carried away by the names and forms. What is the real? So they apply in this context. They apply what is called ganglinous consciousness. So you do like this. You experiment yourself, and you have to convince yourself. I will explain to some extent. So you see, you look at a thing. Now you are looking at it through the mind and eyesight. Two things. You are you. See, jnanam ultimately comes from you. It doesn't come from mind, it doesn't come from eyesight, it doesn't come from the thing. They shine in that jnanam which is you. Therefore, you are the source of jnanam. Buddhu, you are the pramana, not something else is the pramana. Temporarily, mind is called pramana. Thought is pramana. Eyesight is also pramana. Do you know that the light is pramana? If you put off the light, you cannot see it. Put the light on, that becomes the pramana. So many pramanas are there, but they are all secondary. The primary is you. Without you, no pramana exists. First who? You are the pramana. You are the first pramana. So the karmakanda people, what they tell, you are not the first, you are the last. First is Veda. Okay? Veda revealed. You have to give some mystery around it. Put some mystery around it. Veda revealed. That is first. Shabda. That is first. And then that Shabda you don't understand. Why? Because you don't know Sanskrit. The Shabda is in Sanskrit. If it is in Telugu, you can understand. Or in English, you can understand. This is what Buddha said. You put it in Sanskrit and then create a pramana around it. You put it in Telugu, then you put it in local language, then everybody becomes a pramana himself. Isn't it so? So what Google has done, it has taken away the authority from all these people, in a way. And now artificial intelligence is going where it is going, only God knows, we will wait and see. But Google has done, it has taken away the carpet underneath the feet of the gurus. Really, Google is like that. So, you see, therefore, so you have to apply ganglinous consciousness to this world. Then only you will arrive at the truth. What is the ganglinous consciousness? You look, but do not attach any form to it, name and form to it. You just look at it without attaching name and form. Now, name and form are coming from where? From the mind they are coming. In manasa manute tadvacha vadati. First mind, then speech. Therefore, block it there. At the level of the mind, you block it. Do not allow the mind to supply the name and form. Mind supplies. Mind recognizes the form. Mind never cognizes. Mind never ever cognizes. It only recognizes. Would you get that? So am I cognizing the part or am I recognizing the part? I am recognizing. There is no cognition. In the level of the mind, there is no cognition. There is only recognition. But what happens is, we call recognition as cognition. Therefore, you do not cognize anybody. You wake up in the morning, you cognize the people of the family? No, you don't cognize, you recognize. Therefore, part, you are recognizing it. Don't pose as if you are cognizing it. It is not a cognition. Cognition sounds like original. It is not a cognition. It is a recognition. Means it is coming from a conditioned mind. Re means it must be the conditioned mind must be conditioned. Otherwise, how the re will come? Right? Now, therefore, don't allow the mind to supply that name and form. Mind supplies. Mind is accustomed to supply the name and form. That is its habit. That is how it moves. And it supplies the name and form. I will give you an example and then apply it to the mind. You please think about it. We used to have mail, railway mail will be there. And all postcards and covers, etc. will be sorted out. Did you ever see inside? There will be a big cabinet with pigeonholes. And he has a bundle of cards there, put as a heap. And 2-3 people will be standing there before this cabinet. They take a card, see the name, oh, Bedawada, put into this pigeon. Kakinada, put there. Calcutta, put there. Okay, that is what he will do, right? Suppose this person, he is doing it whole life. While the train is running, he is doing this. Now he took out one card. He doesn't know where to put it. For he cannot read it or not written properly, whatever. He doesn't know it. He is holding in his hand and looking at it, doesn't know where to put it. Now, will he be bewildered or not? He will be confused, disturbed. Then what he will do? He will not go to the next one. He looks at it. He asks the next guy, hey, look at this, what is this, where should I put? He also looks at it. No, I too don't know. Then they go to the boss. There is a boss sitting there and ask him, what should I do this? This thing you find in a McDonald's also. If the lady doesn't know how to deal with a given customer, she runs to the boss. You got it? So similarly, this guy runs to the boss. And the boss, he will give some decision. Or maybe he will read it. Arey bhai, it is Timbuktu, you put there something, he will tell and you go and put it. So the point is, that gentleman is bewildered when he encounters something which he cannot fit into a given pigeonhole, right? The mind is like that. The mind, the moment it sees, it has to put into some category. What is the category? A form and a name. That is the category. And the mind has to put there. And now you ask the mind, stop your work, you need not categorize. That is what the mind does. What people call cognition is not cognition, it is categorization. And so you stop it. You ask the mind to stop it, it will stop. But it will be bewildered to begin with. But you don't give up. You don't give up. Let it be bewildered. You don't give up. You don't allow the mind to intervene. Mind should not provide name and form. Okay? Then the eyes are seeing, mind is not categorizing, then that is called, because eyes are seeing, you are conscious of that, whatever it is. There is consciousness, but mind is not intervening, mind is not supplying the name and form. Now it is called ganglinous consciousness. Means the consciousness in which there is no name and form. Just like the seeing in which there are no forms and colors. Got it? So now I will do the experiment to you. You tell me, substitute the eyesight with touch. Both are same. Eyesight is a bit difficult to understand. That's why first we employ touch. Now I am touching what? Nothing, nothing, nothing. Are you following? Nothing. I am not employing eyes. I touch, nothing, nothing. Oh, I touch. So this touch, now I am conscious of what? I am conscious of something is. You got it? I am conscious of something is. But the mind is bewildered because it doesn't know where to put this is. So now mind what it will do? It will operate the sense of touch further and further. Oh, flask. Okay, flask. Now suppose I stop the mind. No. Don't, you need not know. You need not categorize. Then I am conscious of what? Is. Did you follow? That is gangrenous consciousness. Once I demonstrated it in the class. In Salesburg I demonstrated. So I need not demonstrate again and again. Otherwise I have to call you. These magician people, they call somebody from the audience. So I have to do some such thing. I don't want to do it, okay? You are all very evolved people. So sit where you are. Now I will describe that demonstration, you understand. I called a brahmachari, hey, come here. I closed the eyes, he closed. Hold my hand, he held my hand, like this, okay? Now, do you sense the touch? Yes. So what is it that you sense by touch? Swami, TV's hand. That is what he said. He is standing near me, I hit like this. Answer correctly. Don't superimpose things from your head. Answer correctly. What is it that you are touching? So what is it that you touch? Then he said hand. He is understanding. So Swami TV he dropped, okay? Swami TV is superimposition. Hand is better. Then I hit on his head one more time. I said, what is it that you are touching? Say correctly. He could not say it. Then I told him, open the eyes. You are touching something which is. Now you touch, close the eyes and touch again. Now what is it that you are sensing? What? Something which is. So you begin with, you sense is, and then add name and form. Did you follow that? Now stop adding name and form, and you sense. Okay? Now you sense, please do this. You sense underneath your feet is. Don't you see? And you sense with your nose is, assuming that there is some fragrance. Okay? You sense with your skin there is warmth is, isn't it? Don't you sense with your skin? Warmth. Huh? Then, but doing it with the eyes is difficult. Because eyes and mind, they are the primary mechanism of cognition. And sarvendriyanam nayanam prathanam. Therefore, mind and eyes are so together, so firmly together, you have to separate them and dismiss the mind. Only eye should remain. Eyesight should remain. That you do. Suppose I am looking at a tree. This is standard example. So I am looking at the tree. Now I do not allow the mind to intervene. Therefore it is not mango tree. It is not even tree. Not mango tree. Mango you drop. Then tree. It is not even tree. It is what is. Shambhavi Mudra. Once I went to Badrinath. And there is one Swami there. He was an MP from Haridwar. Swami Chinmayananda. Not the Mahatma. The younger Chinmayananda. MP, Member of Parliament from Haridwar. Now he gave up politics. He's a great Mahatma. He has an ashram. So he came to know that Swami TV is going to Badrinath. Then he sent a message to Badrinath, hey, Swami TV is coming, you receive him and put him in a good room and all that, because he has an ashram there. So by the time I Badrinath, this brahmachari came and took me to the ashram and put me in the room. And I had my breakfast early morning, took both breakfast, coffee. I just stepped out in that ashram. I was stunned. What is it, you know? On the right side, there is a huge mountain. It goes up and up and up. Suddenly you come across that. Suddenly you step out and that is the mountain. And then this side, equally high mountain. I am in the gorge, kind of. Then I looked at this side, looked at this side, looked at this side, looked at this side. I was amazed by this mountain. Because mountain, that kind of, in Himalayas, if you go deeper, you will understand. That presence, mountain is a presence, a tremendous presence. That presence hits you in the face. You got it? So what is, amazing ease it is. Then brahmachari come from behind. You know what he said? Swamiji Maharaj, this is Nara mountain and that is Narayana mountain. That is what he said. So my adventure is over now. Now it is no more what is. It is Nara something it is. This is Narayana something. This is how human mind works. Okay? So suspend the mind and employ the gangliness consciousness. This word gangliness is used by, when I tell the name, you have to say kudos to that gentleman. Shall I tell you the name? Swami Ramatirtha. He's a mathematician, he's a scientist. He said, Brahmajnanam is gangliness consciousness, nothing else. It is so real, so practical, so doable now and here. Therefore, you be aware of what is. Without the intervention of mind, the mind is stupid. It superimposes all the time names and forms. That is the job the mind does. The mind can never know the truth. Because the easiness, boundless, you cannot cognize. Only the name and form, the form you can cognize and give a name and be satisfied that you have known. You have known nothing. Okay, that's why now I will make a statement. Will you forgive me for that statement? The statement is, all knowledge is nescience. Because all knowledge originates from the mind, and this is the mind. So, I tell you, now one more statement I will tell you in the same breath. See whether you appreciate it. Perception, cognition, recognition, inference, presumption, conception, knowledge. How many I said? 7 I said. All of these are illusion. All of this. And that is the meaning of Jagat Mithya. You got it? And therefore, employ the ganglinal consciousness. What is it that you know? What is it that you sense? Let us drop our word know. Know is mind. Sense is no mind. In sensing there is no mind. You sense what is, that is not mind. You sense and allow the mind to take over, table. Therefore, what you sense is what is. And that is, let us give a name to it. You have to deal with it, you know. So being, the being, and Shruti gave a name to it, Sat. Sadekameva Somnyedamagra asit. Okay? Now let us bring it to a reasonable conclusion. So mountain is, river is, earth is, wind is, heat is, space is. All these words are so many names and forms. What is, is. That isness, that it is Sat. Just like necklace is gold, armlet gold, bracelet gold, earring gold, nose ring gold. All these names and forms, but gold and all is real. Similarly, mountain is, river is, man is, animal is. All these names and forms, the real is. What kind of ease it is? Ease without name and form. When you say ease without name and form, it is same as ease which is spaceless and ease which is timeless. And ease which is one. Like gold is one. What kind of one? 1, 2, 3, not that one. One without a second. Like gold or whatever. That is, that isness, and that's why the one who knows the Sat is called Sant. Now you know the definition of Sant? Sant is one who knows Sat. Sant means a Mahatma. That is how the word came. Therefore, that is satyaṃ, yat sat, tat satyaṃ. Mountain, no, not satyaṃ, is satyaṃ. River, no, is satyaṃ. Now what happened is you cannot say these things openly. You have to hold back. Suppose I sit in Rishikesh and say Ganga is, Ganga mithya. Is such. If I say, they will beat me and throw into Ganga. I cannot say apaha. I have to say Ganga only. Say Ganga ji. And then say Ganga Mata. And then dump things into it. What dump? We live, we occupy. All of us, all the sadhus, all the mathas, all the ashrams, all of them are culprits in the sense that they occupy the flood plain of the river. And they push the river back and back and back. Poor river is pushed to that side. And we occupy and fill it up and build ashrams and then build bathrooms and other things, and then put all this sewage into Ganga. And then say Ganga Mata, Ganga Mata. What Ganga Mata? I do not appreciate this word Ganga Mata. I want to say Thames Mata. Because they treat Thames like mother. Very pure. Your distilled water, bottled water is nothing. Thames water you can take and drink just like that. Purest river it is. Even France's Seine river is the same. Delaware is the same. In Delaware you can go and swim, but you have to take permission. Only swimming is allowed, nothing is allowed. So what we do? We do Ganga Harati. This is I am digressing. This has become a habit. Now we also started. Earlier others were doing. Only Triveni Ghat was doing Ganga Harati. Now everybody is doing. Why should we stand back? So we do. And then collect donations. Ganga Harati is a contribution. Subscribe. People will subscribe. And so you do Ganga Harati, spend 100 rupees and collect 2000. Ganga Harati. What Ganga Harati? Jai Jai Ganga, Jai Hara Ganga. Harati you give to Flowing water? Harati has to be given to an image, not to flowing water. Very sad. These things I am saying in Phoenix, I cannot say in Rishikesh. So if I say in Rishikesh, they will beat me. They have given a warning to me already. I did not say this much, I said only this much. Ganga, Apaha, Kaveri, Apaha, Godavari, Apaha, everything is Apaha, Ganga, etc. are names and superimpositions. Only this much I told. So, that is all digression. The point is, you have to come out of the conditioning of your mind and see everything as is. I'll give a word to you to replace the ease. And I'll give a word. I feel that that word will help you a lot. Presence. Presence. Because present is nothing but, the real present is nothing but the presence. So what I do is, the space and time merge and resolve in the Sat. Time, space resolved in the Sat, and you come out with presence. So mountain presence, tree presence, is it not presence? You can readily relate with it, presence. Okay? Now you look at yourself now. Are you not the presence? When you say I am, are you not the presence? You are the presence, but unfortunately you have missed the presence of yourself and say I am father, I am mother, I am Indian, I am American, I am Brahmana, I am Shudra. And so you have put so many around that I am, and forget that I am is the presence. I is, that is what it is. I is, or I be. That is what I am. Then what about God? Jagat I have covered. Me is also the same presence. Jagat is the presence. In its base, Jagat is but the presence. And what is the God? That presence is the God. The presence which the world is, the presence which I am, the presence which you are, the presence which all life forms are, is the God. And Sri Krishna said in Gita, so, avajananti mam modhaha manushim tanumashritam. Those who assume that Sri Krishna is a human being, they are insulting Sri Krishna. Okay? Now suppose you say, Jesus Christ was a gentleman born in Nazareth and he is one among many. Is it not an insult to Jesus Christ? Jesus Christ is no different from God. You say something like that, the Son and God are one and the same, Son and Father are one and the same, or Son sitting by the right side of the Father, something like that you say. Don't put him in the multitude, put him with God. Same thing you do with Sri Krishna. Isha, Christ, Krishna. Isha, Jesus. Okay, no difference. So, therefore, when they decide that I am a man, Manushim Tanumashritam. So, and then, so if he is a man, that a young man, what else will he do? He will go after young women. That is all he will do. What else he will do? So you can start stories like that and go on dance this and that. So people don't want God, they want to dance and prasada. That is all they want. Prasadam and dance they want. They don't want God. So they are insulting me. Avajananti mam modhaha. Modhaha means deluded. Insulting me. Manushim tanumashritam. Then if you are not the human body, then what are you? Mama param bhavam ajanantah mama bhuta maheshwaram. I am the bhava. Bhava is the is, sat. Sat and bhava is one and the same. What kind of sat? Param. Like yesterday I told Parabrahma, Param means spaceless and timeless. Or you can say supreme. Okay? Supreme reality, supreme presence, Param Bhavam. They don't know that. And what kind of bhava it is? Bhuta Maheshwaram. If you take Panchabhutas, Prithvi, Tejo, Vayva, Akasha, what is it essentially? What are they essentially? What is it that pervades the Panchabhutas, superior to the Panchabhutas, pervades the Panchabhutas, and then commands and controls the Panchabhutas? The presence. Bhuta Maheshwaram. Then Bhuta also is life forms. Take all the life forms. What is it in them? Which is supreme, superior to the name and form, Maha, and which is the Antaryami, commanding and controlling the life form, its existence and its movement, its life. What is it? That is the inner presence, Atma. And that is Bhuta Maheshwara, supreme being. That is what I am. They don't know that. Therefore they insult me by fixing me or fixating me to a given human form. That is the verse. This verse, they don't like it. That's why they don't come to this verse. Even if they come, they gloss over it and move forward. With this, the chapter is over. Therefore, it is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Asu, Upanishatsu, Brahma Vidyayam, Yoga Shastre, Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade. It is between Sri Krishna and Arjuna. It is Samvada. It happened in the battlefield, this, that. The real point you ignore. And there is a proverb in Telugu. You give up the ground and go on dancing. Or doing so all kinds of things. So they fight with equestrian. So don't stand on the ground. You jump above the ground, and in the space you do equestrian. That is what people do. So they give up the original and go after all the artificial. Therefore that Sat, that is Brahma. Today I have covered one point. Satyam Brahma I have covered. Anantam also I have covered. Because the Satyam, the Sat, yat Sat tat Satyam. It is timeless and spaceless, you know. Therefore Satyam Anantam Brahma I have covered. Now I have to cover Jnanam Brahma. This has to wait for tomorrow's class. Let us see some questions are there. Avunu. Nasto vidyate bhavaha, all of that, this is only. But then in that bhashya, you have to carefully read it and read it with Bellam Konda. Good. Now let us see. Only one page. Good. I am standing with this Sharanagati and truth related. I will do it now. Sharanagati, surrender. Okay? And surrender and the truth, satyam, what we have discussed now. How they are related. This question is with me for some time now. You see, what is Sharanagati, you know? Sharanagati, what is not, I am telling you, Sharanagati is not a ritual. People do ritual. So they wear yellow clothes, they go to Tirupati temple in yellow clothes and put all kinds of marks, this and this, all kinds of marks. And then they carry a few things like coconut, sweet, this and that, oil for lamp, etc. And outside the temple authorities made a platform for these guys. Because inside there is no space, all rush, this and that. And so go to that platform and do a small ritual and Jaykara, Govinda, Govinda. They don't even say Govinda, they say Govinda. Samprasaranam kar dete vakar ko. In yak samprasaranam. So in is converted into, yak is converted into in. Anyway. So Govinda, Govinda, what Govinda? So do that. And then when Guru Maharaj comes, all these people go by stairs, walking. Guru Maharaj comes by car. He is elderly also. That also we have to issue, we have to give it to the Mahatma. Suppose you want me to walk, how can I walk? I may not be able to walk the way you people do. Therefore, it's okay. He comes and then some prasadam is given and all that bags which they brought, they just put it there and put it into the fire, whatever. Go home. This is what they call Sharanagati. No, it is not a ritual. Then Sharanagati is not an emotion. People convert everything into emotion. Because people are emotional. They are a bundle of emotions. And so therefore now they reached a stage where they defined bhakti as emotion. Bhakti is not emotion, Can you understand? Can emotion be the truth? Can you tell me? Emotion is what? Emotion is a thought comes and it builds up and becomes excessive, and that is what is emotion. It is defined in psychology that emotion is invariably connected with a physical element. That means when there is emotion, eyes will give water, body shakes, and then you will not be able to speak properly. There is a throat also gets constricted. All these things happen. The hair stands on its end. All of this emotion. So that emotion which has such a physical component or physical effect, that is not bhakti. And some of these bhakti people, they take some time to come into that emotion. So he stands there and holds the harati, then starts slowly shaking, man or woman. And then immediately two devotees come and start to hold, because he is now shaking, is increasing and he will fall down also. They hold this side. And when they hold, they also will shake along with him because he has become more powerful. Is this bhakti? This is all a display of unmanageable emotion. Otherwise it is all fake. If it is genuine, then that is what it is. If it is fake, then fake is fake. The genuine emotion is not bhakti. I am talking about the genuine one. That is not bhakti. That is only a state of mind which you better avoid. Because a lot of adrenaline, epinephrine, pseudoephedrine, all those hormones will be there in the blood circulation, which are not good. They disturb your sleep. Better you avoid, I tell you. Okay, you don't need all that. Then what is Sharanagati? Sharanagati is a deep inner understanding. Of what? Deep inner understanding of what? Shivananda Maharaj is the one Mahatma who has given a perfect, simple account of Sharanagati. Now, Sharanagati has at least two elements. If a third element is there, if I remember, I will tell you. The first element is when you look around. Every atom, anoraniyan mahato mahiyan, all the panchabhutas, every atom of this universe has originated from Brahman. Ito va imani bhutani jayante. Yena jatani jivanti. That is the first element of Sharanagati. That is how he puts it. Number one. Number two, So number 3 is also there, I remembered. Number 2, whatever moves in this creation, it moves by the will of the higher power. And he says, even an ant cannot take a tiny step forward unless the higher power wills it. And the ant bites you. A small ant can bite you. A person is 6-footer, but a small ant can bite him. Tiny small red ant. It bites him only because the higher power willed it so. Whatever happens in this creation happens by the will of the higher power, and you understand it deep within. That is the second condition. This is what Jesus Christ said, I have my being in God, I have my movement in God. That is the third part. Now, what you have understood with reference to the world or universe, you apply to yourself. In this body, whatever moves, the heart beating, the blood flowing, the breath happening, all food digested, and then all physiological functions happening. Billions of functions are happening, physiological functions, billions and billions. So many new proteins are synthesized. Old proteins, when they break up, so much of a cleaning up process happens. So many new cells are created, old cells destroyed, foreign cells eliminated. So much is happening. You don't know even one small bit of what is happening here. And all that is happening by the will of that higher power. These 3 you understand deep within and become entirely free from all self-concern and surrender your ego, your personality before that higher power. In this understanding, what is your ego now? If everything happens by the will of the higher power without as well as within, then what is your ego? Where is it? So it gets eliminated, meaning it surrenders to the higher power. And higher power alone is me, mine, they just don't exist. And therefore I am free from all self-concern. And now I relax. This is called Sharanagati. And now Sharanagati is no different from Brahma Sakshatkara. It is one and the same. It is the Sharanagati in which the Upasana and the Jnanam merge. That is what it is briefly. Reference Shivananda Maharaj. Amazing vision. So this question was pending before me. Now we have combined the understanding of truth and Sharanagati are very deeply related. There is no one without the other. Once you understand the truth, that leads to Sharanagati. And once you manage that vision of Sharanagati in your life, you have already understood the truth. People should understand Sharanagati and should have that faith. Well, if you want to call it faith, please have it. And devotion, please pursue that. You want to call it upasana, please do it. It is no different from jnanam, understanding, deep within. And Sharanagati is the sure way to success of self-realization. Good. Om Purnamada Purnamidam.
Shanti, 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 Hari Om.